typical traffic stop. Sandoval County Sheriff John Paul Trujillo was pulled over this morning in an undercover vehicle. State police say he was speeding and ran a red light, then wouldn't get out of the car. But the sheriff said the incident was no big deal. Well, what does police dash cam show? Here's News 13's Jim Winchester with details.
And Diane, state police say that Sheriff Trujillo's behavior forced them to initiate a high-risk stop and call in extra officers.
It was actually this morning about close to 10 o'clock.
Sheriff John Paul Trujillo exited from southbound I-25 onto Alameda around 9:30 this morning. But his dark-tinted window SUV had already been clocked doing 80 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour construction zone. State police, not knowing who was in the vehicle, followed him, called in his plates, and found that they didn't match. According to state police, Trujillo was also driving erratically.
What we're seeing is things that are indicative of somebody who's trying to evade police.
Trujillo says he was in an undercover vehicle and was on his way to check out whether the scene of a motorcycle crash from last night was inside Sandoval County limits.
I was at a traffic light, and a state police female came from behind and activated her light, so I went through the intersection.
As seen in dashcam video, Trujillo didn't immediately identify himself, waited several minutes inside his vehicle. Meanwhile, state police called in extra officers, calling it a high-risk stop. When Trujillo did emerge, state police immediately identified him and let him go. State police and Trujillo both say it's not uncommon for undercover vehicles to be registered to fictitious addresses. State police did not ticket him for the traffic violations.
No, because at that point we don't know whether or not he was actually officially responding to something.
State police will review the dashcam video to see if Trujillo should be cited. Trujillo insists he wasn't speeding.
No, we were on the construction zone. You can't drive erratically on that. You can only go 55 miles at the most, and sometimes you go at 50.
Now, Sheriff Trujillo has not said why he didn't immediately identify himself once he was pulled over. Back to you.
Okay, Jim. State police said that once he was identified, they did not search his undercover vehicle.
The head of Bernalillo County's detox center has